Hello everyone, I've been messing around a bit with Shadowbooting and figured out a way to boot into RGLoader on an RGH3 XDKBuild system via a slightly Frankensteined Shadowboot file that I've made. First off, I'd like to thank Byram for their XDKBuild Proto Shadowboot and just anyone for their XDK RGLoader Shadowboot. I didn't really make any of these files on my own. I kind of Frankensteined them together, but it ended up working and provided a RGLoader Shadowboot file that works. I've only really tested this on my Trinity RGH3 console, so I can't verify anything for Corona or any other boards, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. But one big disclaimer I do have to say about this is I don't have to worry about accidentally bricking my console since I have a dual NAND, but please only do this if you have a way of removing these files from your Xbox 360 hard drive while it's offline. Since if the file doesn't work, then your Xbox 360 will be stuck on the boot screen. And while it's not really bricked, it'll just be a pain to flash a new NAND and then delete the files from your hard drive. So please only do this if you have a way to delete your files that you drag and drop onto your hard drive while your Xbox 360 is offline, or if you have a dual, triple NAND, just any type of multi-NAND. Alright, to install this, you're going to need any console on XDKBuild. Again, I've only tested this on my Trinity 16 megabyte NAND, but this should work on Corona 16 megabytes. This should work with any 16 megabyte NAND. I can't verify any big blocks or anything though, since I haven't looked too deep into how that would correspond with a Shadowboot. So on your XDKBuild, you're also going to want neighborhood so you can access it. So you open up neighborhood and go to the root of your hard drive, and from your extracted file that you've downloaded from the description, the RGLoader 17559 Shadowboot, you're going to do the copy to hard drive root folder, and then just copy all this to your root folder. Now you'll see I already have a dev kit folder and RGLoader ini because I actually uninstalled it. But I kept my dev kit folder because I had some games in here, like the BO2 dumps. See, it should transfer real quick. It's not many files. Alright, and if you open up the RGLoader ini file, you'll see a bunch of options you can do. I really recommend just leaving this all as default and running this with a stealth server. I use XBGuard. It has support for RGLoader. So I already went ahead and turned my XDKBuild console off, but we're going to need to reboot it. So turn yours off and go ahead and turn it back on right now. My boot time's going to take a lot longer than yours probably. I noticed my boot times have been taking a lot longer ever since I installed my 2TB memory module in there. Thinking about swapping it to a lower one. Yeah, you're going to see that it goes to the boot anim, and then it's going to turn off the signal, but your Xbox is still going to be on. Yeah, right now your Xbox should still be on. And in a bit, mine's going to take a good while, like maybe a minute or so, but in a bit, your console should be on the RGLoader dashboard. Alright, and there we go. We're on the RGLoader dashboard. And since I have a stealth server, it's going to force us to connect to Xbox Live. But if you don't have any stealth server plugin or anything, it's going to automatically block your Xbox Live. If you go left and right on your joystick, you're going to see X content packages only and all Xbox 360 executables. For me, it's going to take a bit to scan since, again, I have that 2TB memory module. So I'll go ahead and speed this up. Alright, there we go. So under X content packages, it's going to be all of your like GOD, your arcade games, all that type of stuff. And under all Xbox 360 executables, it's exactly what it says. It's all the X content plus everything from XEX, EXE only. So now you have RGLoader installed. You should see you'll be able to boot up retail games. I'll boot up I don't know, feeling like Doritos Crash Course, why not? And you'll see it boots up fine. So to get back to Xshell, you don't press this button, Xbox Home. This brings you to the normal dashboard, as I'll show you. So you could also have a normal dashboard on this while you're in RGLoader. So to get back to Xshell, which is the RGLoader dashboard, you're going to go to Settings, and where it says XBGuard menu under Mine, it'll say Return to Xshell. Alright, so it'll be pretty obvious for you if you don't have a stealth server, but it's the third down from Settings. Alright, press that. Yep, and it brings you back to Xshell. I'll even boot up Dolphin. Dolphin's always a good one. Look at him go. Alright. And that's pretty much the extent of that part. All I really have left to show you is how to change your console name under here. Unless because you don't really want it to say RGLoader Shadowboot all the time. Shows under Xbox 360 neighborhood. You can customize it a bit. Let's go to Network Settings. Advanced Settings, I believe. No, yeah, Debug Configuration. Alright, Network Settings and Debug Configuration. Yeah, you'll see it shows your name under neighborhood. So you can change that to whatever you want. I'm going to name it Keda RGL, something like that. G. And where the hell is G? There we go. Alright, there you go. It should be called whatever the hell you named it. Yeah, oh, there we go. It shows when you go in it. There we go. Alright. And that's how you get RGL on the console. So, now for anyone sticking around who's wondering how I did this, I have to give big credit to Byram and just anyone, as I did before, for their Shadowboot files. Because what I did is I basically Frankenstein them together. You'll see in the extracted file, I included files used to create folder. And under it is the Xbox 360 Crypto Master files that I have. So under output you'll see this is extracted Shadowboot files, and everything except for SD and SE, I believe, and SMC is from Byram's Proto XDKBuild Shadowboot. I just replaced the SD and SE bootloaders with the ones from Just Anyone's XDK RGLoader Shadowboot. And then I also replaced the SMC data from XDK 21256.18 recovery. And yeah, that's pretty much it. To build it, you'll see in the Xbox 360 Crypto Master folder, in the build thing, I left Trinity RGLoader JSON file. It says Trinity, but I'm pretty sure it'll work on Corona or any other 16 megabyte NAND. I'm not too sure about 4 gigabytes though. I don't know how Shadowboots or anything works on those. So don't come crying to me if that breaks your 4 gigabyte or whatever. But otherwise, here you just gotta change your path to wherever this is. Alright, so, well no, before this you also have to have the Xbox 360 Crypto Tool Suite. I have it on my desktop. You can get it from GitHub. It's from Gooby Corp. I'll leave a link in the description to this. It's a bunch of tools for compiling a bunch of shit for Xbox 360 crypto related, like NAND, Shadowboots. Really good for making zero fuse NAND images also. It also verifies the keys, but I've been primarily using it for their Shadowboot extractor and builder. So yeah, you just change the path under here after drag and dropping everything from here into your Xbox 360 crypto master that you downloaded from GitHub. Alright, and it says replace for me since I already have the files there. Alright, you'll see you have your Trinity RGLoader manifest and all the outputs. So under your JSON file, here, let me close both of these. Alright, under your JSON file, you're gonna need to change these two paths. Alright, so after merging this, you're gonna go to your output, XDK to RGLoader. Wait, no, sorry, wrong folder. XDKBuild to RGLoader. Alright, you're gonna copy and paste that, and then, well, yeah, you could just copy and paste it over the entire path if you're at this point. And then replace all these slashes. You have to make them forward slashes. Backslashes don't work since they're an escape character. Alright, and I already included this in the builds folder. So all you're going to have to do is go to here and copy this path so you don't have to redo all those slashes. And copy up to XDKBuild to RGLoader. And replace. And there you go. Just verify those are correct. Under this path, alright, should be all these files. These are the raw files for building the Shadowboot image. And under this path, copying and pasting to make sure they're right. We're going to exclude the binary or else it's going to open it. You should see this. Byram's Shadowboot Proto for XDKBuild. Alright, so now that you have your manifest set, what you're going to do is go to this handy little readme I made, which includes all the steps I made in this tutorial, and copy this Python command. Alright, now go back to your Xbox 360 crypto tool suite and open a PowerShell or command image. I just use PowerShell, and paste that. Now I have to go back here since my default is Python 3.6, but make sure you're running this with something over Python 3.10. I'm going to use 3.12. Alright, so now you can just press enter and it'll create your Shadowboot image. And under builds, Xbox ROM W2D, that's the file. That is the Shadowboot image. You can replace it in here or modify it however you want. Just showing this for anyone who's smarter than me and knows what they're doing NAND wise and want to do any patches or anything. So just have fun with that.